right, Coach. You guys are back to work after the Christmas holiday break, and how charged up, how ready are you guys to start, especially into the big chunk of the conference season now?
Yeah, we're looking forward to getting back into conference play with some momentum, coming back from Alaska and having a home game here, being victorious 3 times in a row, and we feel good about ourselves, especially defensively. We're getting out in passing lanes, we're defending well, we're paying attention to the scout and who we're playing, and with some strategies, we've developed a pretty good winning way.
What do you feel like, you guys have got more wins, but aside from wins and losses, what areas of improvement have you seen that you guys are doing a lot better in now?
It's the offensive end is coming easier to us because of our defensive efforts and our stops. If it's not a defensive rebound, it's a steal, getting out in the passing lane and creating open court opportunities for our basketball team. And when we get in the open court and we've got the basketball, good things happen because we do have talented players I feel very confident of and very proud of how we share the basketball at this standpoint of the basketball season.
You got the non-league wins, but still looking for that first conference win. And how anxious are you to get that first league win out of the way?
Make sure we keep things in perspective. 3 out of our 4 games in the conference play have been on the road against very, very good opponents, and each one of them have been a close game. Very, very competitive games, and we came up short. However, we do look forward to being at home New Year's Day, Thursday, and also this Saturday. And with those home games and teams that are a formidable challenge, we like our chances if we continue to play good defense.
What is that like? I think it's kind of unique in a way of playing on New Year's Day. I know we're going to have football during the day and that sort of thing, but to have some basketball at night on playing on New Year's.
Yeah, it's unique. I don't remember doing this before as far as the CC2A schedule is put us in a position where we're playing New Year's Day, and I think fans could get the best of both worlds, watch the early game, this Saturday, and come watch some basketball at night, and it's the best of both worlds, and certainly appreciate support of people coming out and watch our basketball game on New Year's night.
If you could talk about your opponent on New Year's.
Cal State Dominguez Hills, a very athletic, talented team, individually can break you down top to bottom on the roster. They're very capable players as far as isolation basketball, very dangerous that way. Them as well can get out in the open court and convert baskets quickly and put you on your heels. They're an awfully good team that's been coached well this year, and they're also looking for their first win, so it'll be, I'm sure, a tough, scrappy game.
Not so much for the players, but the coaching staff, the battles. I mean, you guys, it seems like the rivalries with all these teams, but Dominguez, postseason, regular season, you guys have had some memorable games, to say the least.
We really have. I think back here, my first year as a coach, head coach here, we went down to the wire with them in a conference championship game here. We ended up cutting down the nets, and I remember that vividly. And then ever since then, they've mirrored our standings as far as where we've been in the league. They've been in the league, and we've both been at the top. We've both been at the bottom. We've both been in between, and we seem to fluctuate with them. And I'm sure it'll be a great game this Thursday.
Last question, after having a little time off, the team's getting back to campus and getting back to work, you concerned at all, kind of like a little bit of a break, or is it kind of a blessing, have time off and getting back and refreshed?
We've taken advantage of being at home and coming back from break and having early morning workouts as far as weight room and video work, and then coming back in the afternoon and getting practice in. So we've taken advantage of being here and having extra time and making sure we get back in shape, after a week off, make sure we get any of those cobwebs out and make sure we're rolling. And I feel like we've put in a few good days here, and by the time tip-off on Thursday, we'll be ready to go.
Any update on Brett? I know he didn't play in your last game before the break. How's he doing?
Brett's probable for Thursday.
Okay. And then you mentioned after your last game, that you've established roles a lot more than say the last time you guys were at home. I mean, how do you think that's kind of played into your success during this 3-game winning streak?
Yeah, last 3 games, we've had a thinner roster at that, and with that, we're being able to concentrate on our guys, our rotations, our substitution patterns, and I think you guys have accepted their roles a little more clearly here, and we're not platooning as much, so there's a little bit of a cleaner substitute pattern and what players and what positions that they're expected to perform in.
And then obviously, like you said, Dominguez Hill's looking for their first league win as well. I mean, it seems like from what you're saying, the record isn't really indicative of what kind of team you think they are.
Well, it's too early. It's too early. I mean, it's 4 games into a 22-game basketball season. I don't know what the percentage is on that, but assuming you can figure it out, it's not very many games into the season. It's very early. Everybody has played their travel partner twice, and so you got to put that into consideration as well. And the fact that we've been on the road 3 out of the 4 times. And good news is we're playing at home this Thursday.